Hello, Otaku Fujoshi and the Anime Curious. My name is Random Sama 613 and welcome to Anime Opinions. This episode, I'm stealing something that I wasn't tagged in because I thought it was a good idea. Sitting by the window, Anime Reviews did a tag video a while ago that I'll link somewhere, probably over here, I guess. And basically, it was make your own harem. And there's some rules for the tag video, which I'm going to read to you real quick. Basically, the rules are: number one, the participant must elect one character from a show that belongs to each of the genres listed below, which are Mecha SciFi, Action Adventure Fantasy Sports, Drama Romance, Comedy Slice of Life, and Wildcard. Number two is choices must not be similar to each other in both character type and design. Number three, do not objectify your choices and try to provide a non-perverted explanation for said choices. And number four is you may not use the choices made by the person that tagged you. No one tagged me, but I'm going to not choose the choices that Lou chose for his video. Also known as I can't use holo, you son of a bitch. Anyway, so I put some thought into this. This is why it's about a week or two after he did his. And it took a lot of thinking because I'd never really thought about making my own harem before. So these categories kind of overlap for me. And I also found some that I just haven't watched a lot of anime from, I realized. So I'm just going to go straight into it. For the Mecha SciFi section, I had to think about this a little bit. I went with Sigyn Arister from Broken Blade. I really like her as a character. She's a support character. She's definitely a secondary character in the series, but she still plays a really major role. She's really, of course she's gorgeous looking. Let's just move on beyond that. But she's really, really smart. She's one of the primary designers for a lot of the technology that comes about in the world of Broken Blade. And she's really intelligent. She can take care of herself basically. But at the same time, she definitely comes across as very feminine. I find her to be a likable character overall, and she's really, really smart, which is just awesome. I like smart women. Anyway, for the action adventure fantasy sports section, again, this took a lot of thinking because normally in this section I would say Saber from Fate Stay Night. I wouldn't even think about it, but because this is also covering a different franchise that I absolutely love, I went with Misaka Mikoto from the Raildex universe. I really, really like her. She's a really interesting character. There's a lot of depth to her. Again, she's very smart, but she's also extremely talented in battle. She's a really powerful Esper within the universe. She's one of the top, most powerful Espers in the universe. And the way that she interacts with everybody, she's very friendly, she's very nice. But at the same time, she can hold her own in battle, and she definitely doesn't need anyone's help for the most part. So that's why I chose her. For the drama and romance section, I went with Kuroneko from Oraimo. Kuroneko kind of grew on me as a character. Initially, when you meet her in the first Oraimo, I didn't like her very much. I didn't like her as a character. And then in Oraimo Season 2, she definitely grew on me a lot. Because she takes care of her sister. She's really a great big sister, and she takes care of them. She's very talented in sewing and cooking. She's also very kind-hearted, but at the same time she has that kind of creative streak and an overly dramatic streak that I really like as well. So that's why I chose her. For the next section, which is Comedy Slice of Life, this is actually a really difficult section because this has a lot of overlap. And I went with Nyarko from Hayore because she's just zany, over-the-top, weird. Again, very, very adept in combat, but she's also she's overly affectionate, and she fights for what she believes in and fights to keep what she wants. So she's a very strong woman, but at the same time, she loves really fiercely as well. She does everything really fiercely, and I like that a lot. And then for the wild card, which was this, I already knew exactly what I was going to do. I again also went with something from Bakemonogatari, just like Lou, and I went with Senjogahara. And I like Senjogahara because she is a fascinating, fascinating character. She has all sorts of little quirks. She is possibly the most interesting tsundere I have ever encountered in an anime. She has a ton of backstory. She has a ton of just everything about her is interesting. I really, really like the way that she's designed, the way that she is still fully functional without the main male character, basically. She's completely functional without Araragi. You don't need him in the picture for her to be useful and for her to actually have character and stuff like that. and that's why I really like her. Just because she's a really strong female character, and I like those a lot. So I guess all these are strong female characters, but they still differ. And then for the people that I'm going to tag in this, I realized I don't have a ton of people that I would tag in this, so I only have 3 as opposed to the 5 that Lou has. So I'm going to tag Miss Random Honey Badger. She does a lot of really fun stuff, and she dreaded this, so I have to tag her. I'm going to tag Corey Gaming. He and I go back and forth on Twitter a lot, and that'll be interesting. I'm also going to tag one of my friends from in real life, and that's Chaser Yamoy. He mostly does Let's Plays, but he also does anime stuff, so I'm going to tag him as well. Go ahead and leave your harem in the comments below, and I'm kind of interested to see what else other people chose. I know that I'm going to guess that probably Misaka and Sendra Gahara are going to be in a lot of people's harems, so that wouldn't be terribly surprising to me. But yeah, go ahead and leave those in the comments. Go ahead and let me know what you think of my harem. I mean, they're kind of subjective, but I like all the characters, and this was actually kind of difficult because I had to think about it a lot. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Go ahead and dislike it if you didn't. But until next time, I've been Random Sama613. This has been Anime Opinions, and until then, watch more anime.